Boardman21, and today we got the freeze build going on with the Mage, which is a lot like the shock lightning build that we did yesterday, except that everything's going to be shock, freeze, and chill in this one. So everything's going to be cold damage. There is no other damage. And with that, let's go ahead and get into it. Our skills, there's a lot of different ways you can do freeze builds. There's some skills that you'd be like, oh, you should have used this, but we didn't. One of those being Glacier. Glacier is a very high freeze skill. You can freeze a lot with it. You can cast it pretty often, and you can actually reduce its mana by getting rid of the larger hit, and it has a huge chill chance. Unfortunately, for our mobility in this build, we just aren't going to use it. We don't like to stand in place and cast, other than our channeling ability, Nova. So we didn't use Glacier. Instead, we went with Mana Recharge. So our 5 skills are going to be 1. Snap Freeze. We use this on bosses just to freeze them for a long duration. You can do anything that you want on the skill tree. We just basically went for duration and thought it'd be cool to try out this elemental protections for 4 extra seconds on cooldown, or after cooldown, or after casting. This one's cooldown. We also have Flame Ward. Flame Ward we just use for the ward. We also still have the freeze chance with retaliation. So we got 4 points all the way down there, and we took the point out of the lightning retaliation. What's cool about this is your fire aura, whenever you do get it, is actually a ice or chill aura now. It's pretty cool that it looks like that. It's kind of a wavy little cold looking weather blizzard. Then we got Elemental Nova. On this one, in order to channel it, you do have to go up the lightning side to get the channeling, but you must take the last node, which will deactivate the lightning side and make it to where you're only casting whatever you're in, which in our case is the ice side. So we're 100% every time we cast Nova is going to do ice or cold or whatever. Yeah, it's ice Nova. On this side, you can do whatever you want with the tree. We went with some freeze chance. We went with some hit damage, which increases the mana cost, but I don't think it actually increases how much you're draining per second. So it's still the same cost. Then we have a 48% chance to cast a lesser Ice Nova every time we cast Nova. Teleport is set up the exact same way. We got our decoys and we got our 3 Nova on cast. And then we have Recharge, which, again, you can do this any way you want. We just do this to get our mana back. So however you want to set this tree up, we just have it to maximize our mana, and then while we're in it, some chance to shock and some duration for them, a little bit of chill chance, some extra armor. That's all we got. So those are the skills. The passive tree on the mage, we got the elemental damage, and penetration, and 5 points into arcane wind. So every 10 seconds when we hit an enemy with a cold ability, which is every ability that we do, we can chill up to 5 enemies around them, and that's for 1 stack of chill. No points in Spellblade, and then all the rest of our points are in Sorcerer. Basically anything that had to do with cold or freeze, we went with. So we got spell damage, we got cold damage, freeze rate multiplier, cold penetration, cold damage leeches health, 200% freeze rate multiplier, critical strike multiplier, and we did keep our 8 points in shock effect, and the reason why is we still have really close to 100% shock on hit, and that shock reduces their elemental resistance, so that's also cold as well as fire and lightning. So in this case, we do want them to drop their cold resist so that we do more damage to them. And then our last points, we did put 5 into Archmage and the last 4 into Dragon Mace because Flame Ward counts as a fire skill even though it is a cold skill, so it still activates your extra cold damage from Dragon Mage. And then our items, basically for our items, we put into the shock on hit for the top 4. So this gives us about 80% shock on hit with our 20% that we get on Snowblind. And then our bottom 2 is plus cold spell damage and plus 4 spell cold damage. You can do whatever you want with these. We just went for more cold damage and we wanted a lot of shock on hit just to make sure we got that 1 stack of shock with the 400% effect. So that's 500% reduced, or 500 reduced elemental resist on mobs for every hit we do. We are running the Frozen Ire. You can also run a normal wand like we have with spell damage and freeze rate and mana regen, but the Frozen Ire at our level, since we're almost max level, is actually really effective. We get 93% increased base spell damage. We get 186% freeze rate multiplier, and you get 372 necrotic protection. And there's a 15% chance to cast Tundra Nova on hit with cold skills, which is every skill we do. So made sense to use it. Snowblind was also a really nice helm. Another 110% freeze rate with some armor, cold protection, and then you have a 20% chance to chill and blind on basically every hit we do. So those are really nice. Everything else we just kind of put freeze rate multiplier and cold damage on. I'll hover over them real quick. We did take a high spell critical strike chance base with our catalyst. We are running a one-hand weapon, obviously. We crit about 90% of the time with Nova. And we have, I believe we have 1200% freeze rate global. Go to other stats. Yeah, down here we have 1201% freeze rate with all our items and everything together. So we can pretty much freeze anything on hit. It's over a 50% chance to freeze. So we basically just run around and freeze until they die. We'll just do a quick run through. And then as you can see, you cast all the little lesser novas. It looks like they chain more than they cast in the same spot, but just gives you that little bit of extra chance to freeze everything that doesn't die. And this is scaled to our level, so at level 93, you can see it still cleans up pretty well. The damage is pretty good on it. You could optimize the gear more for survivability if you wanted to push high levels, but I don't know why this guy always likes to run away. And as one of the bosses with the most life, he takes a while, but as you can see, even as a boss, and the way the formulas work, the more life they have, the harder they are to freeze. You can tell he has a bunch of life, and we still are able to actually freeze him using Nova, which is pretty incredible. Never was like that before. And yeah, that's the build. What up, Hunter? What are you got going on this morning? And I was totally ignoring you, my bad. I had to get through that so I could post it on YouTube. Did you leave already? He's already gone. He said screw it. Testing all the Primo space skills. Nice. I have been testing basically each of the Nova trees, but like maxing them out to like their max potential without using all three at the same time. And I want to say I'm super excited for the fire one, so I saved it for last. But I'm not gonna lie, this is the freeze one's pretty cool. I really like the lightning shock one, but The whole Nova casting extra Novas and shit is pretty cool. I'm mostly excited for fire because when it gets to fire, the area is going to be absolutely ridiculously large. And what did you find out? I didn't know the primalists actually even use a lot of base skills. They just go companion, man. Just make it easy on yourself. Go full companion. Melee elemental damage and melee cold damage. That must be for Spellblade. Shit, I'm out of room. Just as your own damage. Earthquake is the worst skill? Yeah, that's, I believe it. I kind of actually want that idol. Damn it. Why do I gotta be out of room? Shit. Made room. Puzzle over. Yeah, I definitely believe that Earthquake is the worst skill. It's pretty low on that damage scale. I think they did that on purpose. 4 damage. Yeah, I think they did it on purpose because the skill tree was meant to synergize with so many things to be, OP. Um, but it's kind of failed there as well. All right, I really want to try this fire out. I'm done with this freeze. All right, here's what I'm mostly excited about to do fire. And that's for this skill right here. Elemental Nova. Wait, hold on. This might actually be killed. I didn't see that in teleport. This node does not work if Elemental Nova has a cooldown. Never mind. I thought we were going to get 3 casts with being able to bypass the cooldown. But now that we have a 4-second cooldown, that's kind of fucked. Of course, I guess we could just keep it channeled. It procs lightning and cold more. How long did you test it to get that average? Or just... You can store an extra charge and get the cooldown down to like 2 seconds. So you can have 3 charges. So the whole point of having 3 charges would be when you teleport. So between these two, yeah, I see what they did here. How many points do we get? We get 8, 11, 12 points. I don't think that's enough. 5, 6, 7, 8. Would I say 11? It's enough to put a couple into critical strike multiplier, or you could do it in the cooldown. So many good things to put into. I guess if you're doing the 300% increased area, which is what I was mostly excited about, we could take 2 points out of the area up here. That'd be 2 more points. Alright, let's fucking try it. I don't have any fire damage, but... This freeze build was pretty sweet. Speaking of which, I gotta give all the gear to a new character so I don't get all this shit confused. So, we liked you, we wanted you. You definitely freeze rate. You're straight up freeze rate. You're reusable, you're reusable. You're freeze. your freeze, and your freeze. It's all that we get to keep. Is Tempest Strike one of the hardest hitting skills altogether out of all of them? I believe it. Tempest Strike was actually pretty freaking powerful. 50% of the time it does 20 to 50 damage if 2 effects proc. It's not bad. You try taking the node where you get extra damage if like all 3 proc. Otherwise it does 5 damage. That's interesting. What happens if you get 3 to proc? No skills, no gear. Well, yeah, that's fine. You can still have all 3 proc, can't you? Just really low odds. I'm really tired, so I might space a couple of things that were said, but yeah, base values. No skill tree. Got it. Yeah, I would assume it would have pretty low odds. Don't they have like a, what is it, a 20% chance each or something like that? So, yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty low odds. Alright. Everything is on this guy, ready for later. Now, to find a whole shit. I definitely could see, yeah, I guess you don't get Avalanche till way later, so that makes sense. Ice Thorns definitely is OP in the beginning. I believe that. Alright, we're gonna keep the shock. We got Ignite, we got Spreading Flames. Yeah, we want some fire damage though. Fire damage over time. Yeah, we could do that. If I make room for it. Or you could do extra Ignite chance. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of Ignite here. Maybe we'll just do that. That sounds like a lot of work, man. A lot of work. Alright. Ignite chance. Shit, we were supposed to keep the shock chance. Whale mal bad. Should have one in here somewhere. Yeah, There's 50% shock, that's fine. Back to fire. Break note. And mastery choice, huh? Alright, so when we get hit, we have a 16% chance. Oh, no, that's the only one with lightning aegis. Never mind. I'm making shit up. Alright, that'll work. I guess that wouldn't be too difficult. You get that done. We are going to go ahead and run Soulfire. Because, one, we don't have a relic, and two, that's just OP as hell. We might run Calamity. I don't remember what Calamity has. This one's all straight melee. Yeah, you got a melee hit, and I don't want that. I might have thrown all my Calamities away. That'd just be the shit. 190. Oh shit, yeah, we're taking this one. Swipe does what? Three damage? Yeah, that's pretty lame. I don't have a Calamity? What is wrong with me? Oh well. Dude, I wonder if Cinder Song would be better than actually using a Prophecy Wand. Granted, I guess we could throw Fireball into the mix. That actually would make sense. And we'd only use Nova for teleporting. Yeah, let's do that. We'll make Fireball the main skill. And how did I not use these boots on my lightning? What is wrong with me? Get a 150% chance to shock on lightning hit? I need to redo my lightning build and put those back on it. 5 stacks, Maelstrom does. I'll bet Maelstrom does decent damage. Yeah, 36 damage. That's not bad. Not compared to your other numbers. Alright, I need a helm, which should have been Calamity, but we're not going to do that. So we're going to run. A ring with fire damage. A amulet with fire damage. We got boots. Gloves. Damage over time, melee attack speed, those all suck. Do need a catalyst. Elemental damage sucks. Maelstrom's second in damage. Yeah, it's a high number, I would assume. Are you going by maximum damage output? I assume then that Tempest Strike 1. Or Avalanche. Avalanche probably hit pretty hard. .100 health, 15% fire damage. Yeah, I don't want that. Avalanche won by a landslide. Yeah, I bet it did since that it's a channeling spell right off the bat. Alright, it looks like that's all I got. I don't have a pair of gloves. Alright, so we need gloves, catalyst. Do not need a relic. I don't know why I just grabbed that. I need gloves. It's not so bad then. Seems legit. Fire protection is it, huh? What about spell? Okay, obviously gloves don't matter. Ignite? Nope. Alright, we can put on whatever gloves we want then. I'm gonna go ahead and take these ones. They're defensive. Let's do a catalyst. Some crit. Alright, what do we get? Spell critical strike chance. Over time. We'll just take this one. Got for fire. Alright, that one didn't go anywhere. Damn it. Fuck it. We don't have Calamity, which we should use, but this will work. Yeah, I don't know if you'd want to do that, but you could. Oh, damn it, I forgot to change skills. Hold on, we are not running this no more. We are not running. I guess that's it. We're not doing cold. We're gonna do straight up fire. Do a fire aura. I already respect you. Yeah, you're good. Teleport's gonna do that. Now the question, how do we get... Oh, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do fireball. Yeah, and I would expect a lot of the skills that don't have a lot of proccing or other things with them to be the highest hitting ones. So, for instance, Maelstrom. Maelstrom doesn't really proc anything for you, so its damage should be high. Avalanche doesn't really proc anything for you, but it itself is a main damage dealer skill. I would expect things like Ice Thorns not to to have like a high base, but they don't do a lot for you end game because they don't have anything that really makes them do anything special other than count as a hit and proc buffs and shit. Let's just do Fireball. I don't even know what we're gonna do with Fireball yet. We're just gonna leave it like that. Maybe we'll make it home. Put Fireball there. That should be good. Wow, our damage went to shit. I would like to be. I would like to be famous for a day. Oh, that's why I clicked the wrong fucking one. That ain't Fireball. It's gonna cost you about 200 bucks, Vision. Just send it to my PayPal. I'll have you covered. I like how we're a complete fire build and we're still freezing shit. Oh man, dude, I totally forgot to change over my passives. That's why. Yeah, we need to change the passives. I forgot all about that. That's all bad. But we are officially all fire now. I still don't know what to do with that. Alright, we're gonna... Yeah, we got a lot of shit to respec. To get more fire damage, you have to use a cold skill. I don't think any of us count as cold anymore. Yeah, so that's useless. I see you're starting your streams nice and early now, Vision. I mean, like, early. Like, I think I was going to bed when I saw you, up and going. What's up, 78? We don't need freeze anymore. That's fucking useless. Yeah, you were logging off yesterday when, my normal time to go to work, that's usually like when you're starting. I think that's it. What's this? Spell damage, blah blah. Okay, we're going all fire. As fire. Shock, ignite. Do we have anything that's actually fire related here? 7 ward for random shit, cast speed. It's gotta be something. Oh yeah, we need to change this one. I really don't know where to put these 12 points, man. So we could do cooldown. Actually, we really don't need that. We could do armor and mana. Only because that'll give us 50% more spell damage for breaking that 200 barrier. Shit, I don't know, man. Let's, just take the int, I guess. Int and mana. Probably could have did cast speed for fireball, but this'll work. Yeah, this damage is way worse than the cold damage was, but we'll see what we can do with it. Yeah, that's some crap damage. This could take a while. This could take a really long time. At least we can face tank alright. Not think that would end. As a full fire build, I almost think we should channel him. Maybe we'll just make it free. It's free right now. Let's leave it there. What's Pierce? Ignite. We're going Fire Aura. And I really want to test out this 300% increased area. Problem is we won't be able to channel it anymore. Or we are channeling it. We don't get the 300% area. Well, shit. Maybe this way's pointless. We were actually going to take out of that. That's what we were going to do. We're going to unchannel it. Yeah, Volcanic Orb's pretty sweet, too. They got some sweet idols for it. You know what I found today, though? I found a new idol. It's none of those. I found this idol that's gonna make me be playing Lich all fucking weekend. What did I do with it? It's not that one. Yeah, right here. 407 poison protection while Aura of Decay is active. So, for those, and yeah, you could stack up the poison on Aura of Decay quite a bit. I thought that was pretty exciting to find. I'm not sure how high that rolls either. You can have up to 500. Yeah. So you can get 2,000 free poison protection without any gear just from idols. That seemed a bit ridiculous. Back to what we were gonna do with this. I think I really want to test this out. So we're gonna fucking respect the shit out of that. We are no longer going to channel. But we can keep that area. For now. Actually, no we can't. So we're not using lightning. do you mean Avalanche costs nearly nothing? Avalanche is expensive as fuck once you turn it into a into a channeling skill that follows you. Even with mana efficient, it still costs like 40 or 50 mana. Yeah, this fire build sucks compared to the other two. I was all excited for it too. What's up, Van? I must be out of room. Screw it. Yeah, it does have that crazy long duration. 10 seconds of pure casting. I'm not gonna lie, this build's kind of depressing. It's really making me want to go back to the freeze build. How's it working out? What's up, Matt? Which one, the freeze build or the or this new fire build? We ended up doing the whole freeze side of Nova, and it was a really good. Yeah, the freeze one was really good. Um, so far, fire is not doing the same. Fire is just not the same. I'm actually thinking about switching back. I was actually having a lot of fun with the freeze. But I wanted to see this area. 300% increased area. So the way this is supposed to work is you have a 4-second cooldown, which you can shorten that cooldown, but you can also have extra charges. So you can actually have 3 charges, and every time you teleport, it would use all 3 charges. I don't think it does enough damage. It's doing like 1/3 the damage the cold build was doing. Granted that we didn't really optimize too well. 50% fire aura damage. God, I'm always out of room. You know about the bug with frozen ire? I was using frozen ire. What's the bug with it? I thought they fixed that bug where your spell damage went negative or whatever. Saw someone have that negative number recently or after the last patch. Alright, see how this feels this run, and then I'm switching back. Wait, even though I have... What? That's dumb. Even though I have 3 charges, teleport will still only use 1? It won't actually cast 3 times? What? That's dumb. Alright, well this skill sucks. I thought this would be funner, but that kills it for me. I'm going back to Frozen. You equip and unequip over and over again. It adds the damage plus proc to all your attacks if you have it equipped or not afterwards. That'd be pretty sweet. Alright, I'm going back to freeze build because this turned out to suck really bad. Fire is horrible. Gotta get my items back. It breaks the game. Adds the proc and damage. I'm confused how he was getting 70k ward though. That sounds pretty impossible. It doesn't come with word retention, and your word on crit when you use Glacier is very limited, unless he was doing a Spellblade and using like B or some shit. What's up, that is a hard one. I'm gonna call you Ristopole. I'm confused by the procs of it. The procs don't have... I'm trying to remember what's on it now. You have Chill Chance. You don't have Ward on Hit with Frozen Ire. That's where I'm getting confused. Hold on. What do we got here? Spell damage, cold damage, necrotic protection. That's it. There's nothing here that gives you ward on hit. Are you just talking the Tundra Nova, and then that Nova gives you ward if you have the Nova tree spelled up with the ward on hit? I'm assuming that must be what it is. Alright, we're switching back over to freeze, because the last build was horrid. Just the word on crit. Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll fix that when they fix the frozen ire, so I'm not too worried about it. But in the meantime, yeah, it doesn't work for me. Tried it. Oh well. Yeah, I could see that definitely killing the killing the game a little bit, having that much shit going on. It works. I assume it does work, or the bug somehow he can't get it to go. I'm not saying it didn't happen. Obviously, it happened. I'm just saying I don't feel like playing a bugged character. All right, I'm trying to remember what the hell we were just doing. We just ran this build. We had snap freeze. That's what it was. Yeah. Played a bugged character. Bugged or broken? There's a difference. Like a broken character just needs to have its skills kind of tuned in so it's balanced, but a bugged character using a bugged item is a little different. Wow, I'm way too tired for this. Alright, let's settle this shit back up. Actually, yeah, we basically need to respect this whole thing. Teleport's the same, that's the same. Flame Ward, this needs a respec. Do peasy. Yeah, game's good. To elaborate, it's definitely worth the $35 investment. One more hour until you can buy it. Sweet. Yeah, you're gonna like it. You'll get addicted. If you're an ARPG fan, it's definitely one you're gonna like. Have a good one. I still cannot pronounce that name. I'm just gonna say Ristopolo. Ristopoli. I don't know. Ristopoli. I probably still didn't pronounce that right. Yeah, but thanks for joining in. It was good to have you here for a little bit. I'm sure I will see you another time. Wow. This, this build sucks. Hey, thanks for the follow. Yep, I'm sure I will definitely see you here in the future then. Meteor is the strongest mage spell? Yep, I could have told you that. It is definitely the hardest hitting base spell. It is also the hardest hitting finished off spell. You had all these characters just lined up to test, didn't you? You just went through an entire character's all their skills in about 10 minutes. This was planned. I don't know if it's because I'm still doing lightning or what, but this damage is way worse than it was a little bit ago. Oh, we died. Saw that coming. I don't know if that's because of this or what. Going back to my other wand for a little bit. What's up, Jur? Good old coffee time, huh? That's one thing I cannot drink. Coffee. Ugh. What's up, Sadie? This is not closed beta. It is beta, but anybody can play. It is closed in a way. You do have to buy it in order to do it. But it's open to anybody who's got $35. That might be a good thing that I don't like coffee. It probably is a good thing. Yeah, that guy's gonna take way too long to kill. That's not happening. No, but you can purchase the game through Steam or through their website, lastepoch.com. Their website, they get more of the money for it if you buy through them. Just a supporter pack. You'll get some free stuff once the game actually comes out, which it's planned to release at the end of this year. And there's a lot to do in it. It is in beta, but it's pretty much a full game already. It's got some bugs, but it's pretty good. You will enjoy it. Arrow Shard, huh? Acolyte. I guess Rip Blood doesn't do that much base, so that would make sense. Alright, we got our ice damage back. We should be able to do some damage now. Harvest does 7? Whoa. Weak. I think I need to relog. I think that frozen ire bugged down my character because we were hitting for like 3 times this amount of damage earlier. Yeah, we're only hitting for 200 right now. Something's wrong. Something is broken. Rip Blood does 30? That's actually a pretty good base. I thought it would have hit for less. The splatter on it's fucking OP as hell early game. Thought they said they fixed it. I thought they said they fixed it, and maybe my damage just did take a hit. Maybe I'm wearing a different item. But I was doing like 1500 damage crits earlier. But now that I don't have it off, let's see. No, we're still hitting for shit. Must not be bugged. I don't know what I'm wearing that's different. Everything is the same. The only thing I can think of is idols. I didn't take any of the plus cold damage. Which I suppose we could put those back on. I don't know what I did with them. They're somewhere else, but shouldn't be that much extra damage. Jesus. Yeah, well, sacrifice is the clear winner. Oh, I know why we're not doing shit for damage. I didn't redo the passive trees. Duh. God damn it. That would be why. Oh. Literally just switched it over to fire. Alright, no more fire. Sacrifice wins it, huh? That's a bit crazy. Would not have been my guess. I would never have guessed that. Yeah, I don't think a melee character is going to hit harder than any of those. Shock. What the hell else don't we need? I think everything else is the same. Except I need 8 points. Where did I put the... Oh, I put them down here. That's where I did it. Alright, now we're good to go. Back to the permafreeze. Which actually I'm gonna put the frozen iron back on because problem's been fixed. Yeah, that's way better. Hey, thanks for the follow, Jer. Welcome to the last Epoch community. Alright, see you in a minute, Hunter. You got me on YouTube, huh? Yeah, I just started throwing those together. Hopefully here pretty soon I'm gonna actually buy some editing software so I can actually edit those. Those are literally straight off of Twitch. Streamed live, not edited, so yeah, there's a few stutters in there. But there's definitely going to be more of them to come. They'll be updated every patch. Yeah, this is way better in the fire build. I'll probably try and make the fire build better later, but I tell you what, for the moment being, I think cold beats out lightning and fire. And the whole snap freeze being a guaranteed freeze is pretty OP. Yeah, this is the same character that we had yesterday when we made the lightning build. We just switched over some items and some skills. We're just testing it out. Basically everything that had lightning damage now has cold damage instead. Smite does 40, huh? That's actually not bad at all. 50% chance to apply frostbite with cold skills. That's tempting. Might try that. Yeah, really the only difference in the Nova for this skill versus yesterday's build is on the lightning side. We took out of the mid row on the right, and we put into the silent sparked, so it actually makes you not cast spark anymore. No more lightning. And then when you put into cold, it makes it to where you're only casting cold since you haven't activated fire. So that makes it 100% cold, and you can still channel it, and you still get the increased area. But no more lightning. This is where it gets really good though, is when you put into the lesser ice novas. It seems like they chain pretty well once you get 4 points into them. And then for your secondary cold skill, you can basically use Glacier or Snap. We're using Snap Freeze, but you can use anything you want. Snap Freeze tends to be a perma freeze. It's guaranteed freeze. Um, so you can freeze a boss, recharge, and then use Nova again. Once we're done with Nova and give it some more freeze rate multiplier, it'll start freezing pretty well again too. And retaliation on Flame Ward. All we did was take the 1 point Take the 1 point out of the lightning retaliation, and that makes it turns it back into a freeze build. With you can get 300% freeze chance on it. And it has a pretty high freeze rate base of 40. So if you take that 40 base rate and you get 300% chance, and you add to that our current freeze rate multiplier of 1,201%, it's basically guaranteed to freeze. Super huge percentage. And one thing you'll probably have noticed is our aura around us is no longer lightning. It's now going to be a cold aura. It kind of looks like a little blizzard thing, but I'm actually going to change the idols around so that we get that again. We're going to get rid of a couple of these. Yeah, we don't need ignite anymore. That's pointless. And I'm pretty sure that I put it... I don't remember where I put it. Here we go. So now when we do a critical strike, we have a 14% chance to cast Fire Aura, which will actually be a cold aura. And now we have a 50% chance to apply Frostbite. So this should be pretty fun. I also don't need this one. This is pointless. I need something else in that spot. Preferably with some cold. %40 freeze rate multiplier? No. Guess we could do that. Alright, let's trade this. +4 spell cold. And +3 spell cold. That'll work. But now when we crit, you'll see our cold little aura around us. Instead of fire and instead of lightning. And it stacks too, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. You have your little blizzardish little thing for a few seconds. Little, I don't even know what you call it. Little maelstrom thing. I was never aware that the auras actually changed elemental type. That was pretty cool to find out. And then the thicker it is, the more stacks of it that you got. So when you crit a crap ton, you got a shit ton of stacks. Trying to figure out how to get the duration of it to last longer though. Spells scale better by 40 times, huh? That's probably about accurate. If only melee attacks were 40 times faster though. Yeah, I definitely like this build better than the fire build. We'll have to figure out something different with the fire build. Yeah, melee can be. Who was this guy that you were talking about in the hardcore? I'm assuming you mean Fire Freak. He only made it to wave 310. Did he actually die with 70k ward? His computer crash? I could see that happening. Yeah, that's believable. Yeah, that would definitely do it. Crashed or overheated, one or the other. Oh shit. Yeah, I thought that was the whole point of sacrifice was that you'd be able to sacrifice your other necro party members. Which the benefit of that would be in a 5-person party, only one person would have to actually spec into sacrifice. The other people could just do more minions and not even use that skill. Just let the one person do it. But we'll see how that works out. There was something else. Oh, it was channeling uh focus. You can use focus on allies. So one of the big debates that we were wondering about on this, because you can cast focus on allies, is when you cast it, are you the one channeling to restore their mana, or do you make them, like, are you casting it and makes them have to stay in spot while their mana's regened? Be a fun way to get players to be like stuck. I am all over. Lamers. All right, that's gonna be it for me. I gotta get some sleep before work, but I just wanted to put the freeze build up there. Sacrifice build and skill physical and crit and minion health. Do it. Sacrifice build works really well when you also use Rip Blood and you get a bunch of minions together, sacrifice them, and get ward for all of the for all of it. Um, yeah, I'm out of here. Have a good day, everybody. I'll see you guys. I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I don't know when I'll stream next. We might have a fire build ready for tomorrow. But in the meantime, I think Vision should be up and going by now. I never know what he's doing anymore. Poor guy. Look at that. He is rocking and rolling. So we'll raid on over. Oh yeah, Jiro, thanks for the follow. Thanks for joining. Thanks everybody for being here, and we will see you all soon.